Welcome to Lensing Wren with me, Neil Oseman, Director of Photography. This is the last in a 5-part series where I'm breaking down the creative choices made in the cinematography of each episode. If you haven't seen the show, click the annotation link and check it out. The daylight exteriors in the market square were shot over many different days with different weather and light qualities. We didn't have the budget for huge lights or silks, and we didn't have the time to wait for sun or cloud. I used our 2.5K HMI sometimes to try to get a little consistency of light, but it wasn't really powerful enough. Our colorist did a great job of matching the sequence, but it still makes me wince. Here we start to transition to a sunset look. For Wren's hero shot, there's an 800-watt tungsten Arri light backlighting her warmly from the top of the keep. In this scene, the 2.5K HMI is backlighting these characters to suggest the sun getting lower. And then we get into our full-on sunset look. Bainen's single here uses real sunset light, but the rest of the scene is fake and was shot in pieces over several days. For angles supposedly facing towards the setting sun, the HMI was placed in the back of shot, gelled orange and camouflaged with branches and smoke. For the reverse shots, which were recorded after dark, we rigged a ceiling of polyboard over the set and bounced our HMI into it to get some ambient skylight, and then used the tungsten Arri light as our sun. An LED panel lights the background meanwhile. The last scene of the series is full-on nighttime. For the main angles looking down the street, the 2.5K served as backlight, poking over the top of the furthest house. A bounce board reflects some of the 2.5K's light to illuminate the front of that rear house. Behind and below the window of that same house, I rigged a number of 100-watt bulbs connected to a dimmer board to give the impression of a fire within. 3 tungsten Arri lights are placed around the street, gelled orange and motivated by the braziers. All of them are on dimmers so they can be flickered. One lights Khan and Bainen, and the other 2 cross-light the Knath from either side. For the side-on shot of the Knath, the Arri light behind camera is turned off to keep some shape to the image. For the reverse angles on Wren and Hunter, the 2.5K is cheated around behind them. You always want your moonlight coming from behind, even if you have to bend reality to do it. They're keyed by an Arri light bounced off a wobbling silver board, again motivated by a brazier. A heavily dimmed LED panel illuminates the foreground in this wide shot. Finally, for the closing shots of Wren on the horse, she's actually stationary and we're waving branches in front of the lights to create the impression of movement. And on that bit of movie magic, I'll sign off. As usual, check out my accompanying blog post on neiloseman.com for lighting plans and further info. There are plenty more cinematography breakdowns, tips and tutorials on the site too, so be sure to have a browse. And most importantly, please help us spread the word about Wren, the girl with a mark. Thanks for watching.